talk to you about how you can make your event stand out. I'm here from 6Connex, an event technology company, and please come and visit us at booth B4, and you can get a little bit more in-depth than what I will have time here today. So this was quite hard too. How do I present something in 15 minutes of a relatively complex event tech platform? I've been doing this for a long time. Most of my company call me a dinosaur, and I don't think it's a compliment. But I've been doing this for a long time, and at 6Connex I look after our solution offering. We're a company that I've looked around here, and I see that a lot of companies in here have stolen our tagline of doing in-person, hybrid, and virtual event. I thought that was just us, but we've been doing this for a long time. We've come from sort of the virtual event space, and then coming out of COVID, we saw the need for hybrid and also in-person events. So we have a product, acquired a company that come from doing an event app. Such as one that I would have loved for us to have here today. But I will get to the demo in 2 slides here, but we're very proud of sort of the results that we're getting from G2. And as you can see here, we're in a number of the different categories there and pointed out as a leader and high performer. We're globally a virtual company, effectively have people all around the world, as you can see here. If I should say something that makes 6Connex stand out, I would say sort of the bits about making the event yours and making it customizable. There are some things that we've called out here, like we just very recently received our new ISO 27001 certificate. So for those of you that work for a large corporate and try to get through security, that really helps. So for both of our products, we're ISO certified for data security. People use our platform for a wide range of use cases. Down the middle, you can see them here. And in terms of industry, we have governmental clients that work from us. We have in pharma and tech and training, wide range of clients. So with that, let's start to see it in action. So I thought that I today would show you not the entire sort of what we platform. I will dig into 3 items. I will dig into how can you make the event yours, and that's the first bit. Then how to allow people in an event like this that make sure that they get the right content, that the organizer have a different view than an attendee, or maybe some premier clients want to have access to something special. So we go into role-based access and allowing you to do that. And then finally, talking a little bit about how to make an in-person event a little bit more fun and make that stand out. So with that, I'm going to keep my fingers crossed and go over to my browser here and see if I can show you a little bit. So this is sort of how a typical platform looks like from our virtual event platform. This here is just something that we did that is obviously taking the analogy of an airport, but you can make it look anything. So now at Christmas we can make it look like Christmas. We have clients that want to have an event on a beach, so they can have an event on a beach. You have NASA doing something for Earth Day. They could make that. So if you compare this to this is a university that wanted to have their faculty building represented virtually. So this is of course important from the point of view of the visual and your brand. You can make it look exactly the way that you want it to look. But it's also important for setting the right expectations. So if you're doing an internal event and you want to have It's not your corporate town hall. It's a little bit more fun. Well, then maybe you want to do something that is looking more like that you're just a couple of weeks ago, this for a client around Halloween, right? So the ability for you to do this, it sets your brand apart, but it also set the right expectations, right? So if you want your audience to go and do something specific, well, if you have the right visuals to go with that, they know where to go next. They know what is expected of them. So this is a large part of why the platform is so customizable, that you can create clickable areas wherever you want it, and you can make it look. You can take a photo and make it look yours. Second piece of functionality that I wanted to sort of highlight is I will go into this platform as two different users. So this here is when I'm in Chrome, I'm as one user, and you see down here it's showing some promotion for some parts of the event. Now, if I would go in and I as a different user, I still have the same promotion in the same area that you saw down here, but there's a third image here. So I'm now part of some VIP, so I have access to the management lounge. Then that takes me into a specific area that only VIPs have access to. And when we talk to our clients about how do we make sure that people feel special, that you're putting on an event and people really come there and spend time in it. And we had a couple of conversations here today in our booth around, well, I've done a couple of events, but people just come for a couple of presentations and they watch those and then they leave and maybe they browse through the exhibitor hall. Well, if you do creating an environment that people want to engage with, creating look and feel that makes you want to explore and help your audience to set the right expectations on that, then you're going to have a different event. You're going to have an event that stand out. And today, when, like I said at the start, everyone is saying that we have in-person event, we have hybrid event, we have virtual event. A lot of companies do, but you want to make it stand out. So the ability to create these hidden rooms, the ability to create content that's only visible for certain people, the ability to create fun, engaging rooms that surprises me as an attendee, really can make a difference. And that is something that our clients are saying that they're coming back to us again and again over, is this ability to customize the event and create the event experience that they want to do, especially when there are so many tools out there and a lot of the tools look relatively similar. So making your event stand out and doing that through that type of visuals and that type of functionality, it really helps. So back here, if I can find where my keynote presentation is. There we go. We then also have a platform that I said that it comes from an in-person event app, a mobile app that you can download. But it also has a web interface, a modern sort of 2D web interface. And in this, I'd like to highlight sort of how do we gamify the in-person event. So creating treasure hunts and setting expectation, making it fun for an attendee. This is something that we really work with our clients, that say that when they have now come back into in-person event after COVID. Sorry, I very conveniently caught a little bit of a cold this week. So they're coming back out of COVID, and they're not getting the same result that they used to for some of their in-person events. And changing changing the expectations from the attendees and making them come and do the things that you want them to do. How do you do that? So one part of that is using QR codes. I always tell my clients when they present for a virtual event to never start presentation without water. I did. It's always difficult to take your own suggestions, right? So this is just some screenshot. This is really hard to show here, but imagine that we had some kind of gamification and an event app for this event here today. When you came in, there would be a QR code that you would scan, and that would unlock something for you. Then the organizer, they also want you to go over to the Tech Talk Theater. And when you go there, you check in there as well. Again, you unlock something. And maybe there's if there's a networking area, or later today when there are going to be some awards, our marketing saying that we're going to win all the 4 categories that we're nominated for. Now, there as well, you use QR codes. So that's one, again, helping your audience to explore the event, helping them to set expectations from saying that there are these different areas that you should go and explore. And hopefully then you get an in-person event experience where people are not just coming for browsing through the booth and setting and checking the presentations. So once again, we're here to help you align with brand, make it really fun, set the tone of your event. Is it a formal event? Is it an informal event? And set those expectations right, so that the audience they know what you want them to do. And when we're successful, we surely help our clients to do those events where people come in, they're a little bit surprised, they see something that they haven't maybe seen before, and they engage a little bit longer. Visuals are important, functionality for the right person is important, and for sure for in-person, get that app out, make them go hunt for some treasures, and stand out that way. With that, I think I have 1 or 2 questions, if there's anyone that have any questions. I don't know if we've had any questions that have come in that someone has typed, or if someone has a question, there's a mic there as well.
Hi, I'm wondering how you offer socializing or networking opportunities to your attendees.
Yeah, so a number of different ways. So we have a matchmaking functionality that people can matchmake based on their interest. Sometimes that's a really good way of doing that. Sometimes, like today here, I matchmade with the app, and I got a lot of companies that are exactly like mine. So then we also have the ability to go in and search and find the people from different filters, and then finding the people that you want. And then typically we will build out some networking lounges where that is specifically that will help clients to say that you should be able to go to this area at this time, sending messages, etc. around that. So a number of different ways, and also in our in-person event platform, the organizer can set meetings beforehand so that you can sell sponsorship packages for X number of meetings, etc. So number of different ways. Come to B4. I know that I'm 20 seconds left, so I should cut here. But come to B4. We would very happy to speak to you more about that. But thank you very much for listening in, everyone.